So when I got into junior high school, I kind of started picking my own songs instead of listening to the stuff that my parents and my sister and like the people in my neighborhood were listening to. And so I'm going to read you an excerpt that has a little bit to do with that. Listening to rock music and talking about it felt like I was discovering my way home. I made new friends who were all rock fans, but not just ordinary rock fans. They understood the appeal of rock artists who were pushing against convention. It was one thing to like Led Zeppelin, and quite another to like David Bowie and Elton John, who were seen as total freaks by most of the kids at my school. There was a lot of homophobia in the early 1970s. Elton John was closeted at the time, but he wore outrageous outfits that raised speculation about his sexuality. I was convinced that Elton was straight and that someday I'd meet and marry him. Bowie was openly bisexual, a relatively new concept for teenage kids in East LA, and one that was very threatening to a culture which preferred clearly defined gender roles. Around the same time, the movie Lady Sings the Blues came out. I was already a Supremes fan, so I enjoyed the music without the burden of having to compare Diana Ross to Billie Holiday, since I'd never heard of Billie Holiday before. I bought the soundtrack, and through that, I also became interested in finding original music by Billie and Bessie Smith. I fell in love with both of them, and the way these two very different yet powerful women expressed themselves through their music. I was in the process of redefining myself. The tough girl look and attitude had helped me, but I didn't fit in with gang culture. My class clown antics had negatively affected my grades. My love of rock music had not won me general popularity, but it had gained me a few quirky friends who appreciated my offbeat taste. There had always been a soundtrack to my life, and I had always loved music, but up until this point, it had been selected for me by others. My father, sister, teachers, peers, my surroundings had dictated the soundtrack for my childhood. Now, there was a new sound in my life. I had embarked on a self-guided audio adventure. My world was becoming stereophonic. I imagined myself in a musical where people sang to each other instead of speaking and spontaneously broke out into dance numbers. My heroes were artists who defied society with their music, their outrageous clothes, and their unconventional sexuality. Suddenly, everything was gloriously colorful and open to endless possibilities. Everything good in this new music, appropriately called glitter, spilled over into the way I looked at myself and my life. So, around this time, I was an Elton John stalker. I bought myself a pair of glasses like him, and I went to every Elton John event. You know, I'd look up where he was going to be, and then I'd wait outside, hoping to, grab a lock of his hair or something. That was really scary. And a friend of mine who read this book actually found a video clip of me at the Tommy premiere, because Elton John was in the movie Tommy, and he goes up and he's shaking hands with the person on television, and you see this crazy girl like bust through the guards, and I'm up there screaming on television for my whole family to see back home in East LA. It was a very proud moment for me. So I'm going to do an Elton John song for you, and I think I am not going to play this time. Is that okay? Yeah, or do you want me for the lead part? And I like to say that I play guitar as well as I write, which means I just do it even though I don't really consider myself, like a great guitarist or a fabulous writer. I feel like I have something to say, and I just do it. So for anybody who's learning to play an instrument, I encourage you to get up on stage.